West Ham Network. I don't know where that's come from. I do apologise entirely, but it's Thursday and I'm getting a bit D-mob happy because I'm looking forward to the starting of the season. Many aren't, but I am. And so much so, we've got the Graham Potter press conference. It seems like a minute since the last time we had that ahead of the Ipswich game last season. Proper press conference. And we'll have that's the synopsis of that as part of our lunchtime show a little bit later on today. And we got Wolves in the League Cup 2. I was watching, I think it was H, bless her, on Instagram. She was saying, when you're in London the week of playing Wolves away and they're like 30 minutes away from where you normally live. Not the most inspiring match, but hey-ho, maybe our name's on the cup this year. Why not? Let's talk transfers, shall we? That's a surprise. Now, we're led to be believed that the Fernandes deal is sort of going a bit quiet, really. There does seem we put in 30 million, they want 50 million. I reckon, if anything, we'll probably meet him in the middle eventually. But we are looking at alternatives, whether this is a game plan, which does happen. We know that with Mads Hermansen. I think we were listed with 4 or 5 goalkeepers at the same time, including Mads. But a number of players have been identified, and one of them being the Brighton Hove Albion midfielder, Facundo Buonanotte. Now, he spent last year, I think it was at Leicester City. He arrived from the Amex in January 2023, 20-year-old, so fits that profile. He's shown glimpses, particularly even at Leicester. I remember the City guys talking quite highly about Facundo in terms of him as a player. Was used as part of rotation at King Power, but still managed to get 5 goals and 2 assists in 14 league starts for the relegated side. Now, according to the Daily Mail, it's reported that Brighton are ready to let him leave on a loan again this summer. Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen have expressed interest in signing him, but Fabian Hertz's side want him to stay in the Premier League and continue his development there. According to reports, West Ham are interested and could make a concrete approach to secure his services this month. However, they face competition from Tottenham, who are also showing a keen interest in him, while Leeds and Forest are also credited with his interest. It'll be very interesting about Facundo. It's only because I've written it down phonetically so I can say it properly. And I mean, for me, he doesn't solve the problem of what we're trying to do. He's an alternative. It may be that you end up getting someone like Pellegrini and Facundo sort of as a pair, without really spending that money, and maybe going back in for Fernandes in January based on how Southampton are getting on. I don't know. We're led to believe that Fernandes has asked Southampton to let him go. He doesn't want to be playing in the Championship this season. So again, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I'm not too sure, unless they seriously come down in their valuation. We're not going to go up to 50 million, that's for sure. That is for absolute sure. So I will keep an eye on that, as will you, no doubt. What about other alternatives? We know Jacob Ramsey's off the list, so to speak. We know that James McAtee looks like he's off the list. Harvey Elliott's still around, but Liverpool looking between 40 and 50 million for him. Another name who's come up a bit more prominence and does have sort of some association with Facundo is El KHANNOUSS, the Leicester City man. Obviously, we've got an open line of communication with Leicester following our negotiations with them over Mads Hermansen. So maybe looking at slightly less favourably than they did beforehand. Now, El KHANNOUSS was linked with a move to Newcastle. However, it looks like the Jacob Ramsey still happening there. Not going to happen. There is interest from Leeds as well. I think Leeds are just about to sign Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well. He's believed to have a release clause of around £22.5 million. That's what it's been, very precise. But according to reports, West Ham are looking at a number of players from the Championship who got relegated last season. Whilst isn't a direct confirmation of interest in the Moroccan, the club are known to have scouted him and the only slight fly in the ointment is the deal with Leeds is quite a far way down, apparently. So if we are going to get 𝗠𝗏𝗡𝗚, or put a bid in, it's now or never. So it does seem that list is dwindling. There's still some players we've been linked. Obviously, there's loads of players we've been linked to who haven't gone anywhere yet. But maybe although I'm not keen on Brownhill, I'm more keen on Pellegrini a little bit more, maybe because he's forward and a bit more exciting. Maybe I think there could be a loan deal there for Buonanotte, maybe. Although maybe considering our loan deal with Evan Ferguson didn't go particularly well, maybe they didn't fancy us going again. Maybe it might go to, I don't know, like a Burnley or someone who's been promoted. But how about the fact we've already got the destroy midfield already in our numbers? And I've been talking about this guy all last summer, all last season, albeit paying for Paris FC. But anyone who watched Woking versus West Ham under-21s in the National League Cup would see an extremely encouraging second half substitution where Mamadou Kante came on. And I think it's fair to say he kind of won the game on his back. He is a beast. He broke up play, which led to the Lewis Orford's goal, and then scored in the 96th minute, dribbling in with poise and dainty feet. For someone so tall, he had a fantastic cameo role. The boys played really well. It was a really good game, really tough game, considering it was the first game of the season for both. I think, was it Woking? I think Woking's second game, I think, but West Ham under-21's sort of first proper game of the season. They played really, really well. Preston Fearon played well. Lewis Orford obviously scored, played a good game. But when Mamadou came on, shit got real. Man's a destroyer. Go back and watch it. Last 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Couple of passes, maybe. He was trying to create stuff as well. I tell you what, if maybe not this year, we got to play on our hands. And I told you so. But last season, I was saying, look, keep an eye on Mamadou. Tell you what, he's a player. Keep an eye on him. Get your ass down to the under-21s on Monday at home, Rush Green. Might be getting minutes there, I would assume so. And will be part of the 21 side, I would suggest, going forward, unless obviously he goes out back on loan. But for me, I think a season with the under-21s and maybe even some league football, maybe in January or maybe next season or next first half of the season. Mark my words, he's a good one. I thought there's a couple of flashes of brilliance from Preston. I thought Edris looked fantastically solid at the back. There was one header, and the ball came over and like from the Woking, I think it's left back, hoofed it forward, and I don't know when he looked. But the ball came over and he just went to header it, and he just went straight into the path of the other centre half. And I don't know when he looked, but it was loved it, and love this man. I tell you what, we've got a good player in our hands if he keeps going the way he's going. A few wayward passes, but he was trying to make things happen. But my God, he's strong, and he can play. He's got some really nice, really soft feet for a big man. Anyway, there we go. There's my loving for Mamadou Kante. Keep an eye on the channel. We'll have the Graham Potter press conference later today. And also we'll have Hammer's headlines giving you the latest data and the latest rumours. We'll also probably we might put the opposition chat out on tomorrow morning. Maybe. Yeah, tomorrow morning. Why not? And until that time, my friends, take care. Stay safe. If you like what we do, give it a like. Give it a crossed hammers, whatevs. Your favourite emoji. Your fourth emoji on the list. Put that in. I don't know why the fourth, but hey, I'm backing Alvarez. Anyway, and that always helps with the channel engagement. And until next time, take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. No, don't stay warm. Stay hydrated. And I'll see you soon. Much love. See you later, motherfuckers.